In his new film, Gardens of the Night, Tom Arnold tackles the role of child molester. But in real life, it was Tom who was the victim of sexual molestation as a young child. And now, for the first time on TV, it's Tom Arnold in his own words, a truly brutal account of the abuse he endured.
I was 12 and I was dying to know what sex was. My stepmother gave me a book to read about sex.
Sex education book.
Sex education book. And I looked through it and I went, oh, I've already done that.
Tom Arnold hadn't even reached kindergarten in his Iowa hometown when he tells us he was sexually abused.
When I was 4, my mother was still living with us, and she would take off during the day, and she left me with the guy across the street.
And he was a neighbor.
A neighbor guy, yeah. And from what I pieced together, she was having an affair, and my dad and she divorced, when I was 4.
Though his dad hired in-home babysitters after his alcoholic mother left, Tom says the molestation continued.
You're a kid. You don't know what sex is. It was a game I played, and at the end, I got a candy bar, and I had a single father, and I never told him because he didn't want me to eat candy because it made me hyper.
According to Tom, the abuse lasted until he was 7 years old. By then, the man was 22, and now more than 40 years removed, he still finds it tough to talk about.
The game was, we played the game, and he could do his things to me, and...
When you say sex, you mean he penetrated you?
Well, he... without getting too specific, he...
Penetration?
Yeah, there was that. He did everything to me that bad guys do, and yeah. As I got a little bit older, I knew something was really wrong with this game.
Did you feel it even at age 4?
I knew it was strange at age 4.
You knew something did not feel right.
Yeah, he would obviously touch me and do things to me, and then I knew that it hurt. I do remember having bleeding. My dad saying, was concerned about that, writing it off to me, saying, I don't know, what that could be. As I got older, I resisted more, and he threatened, and one day he had a gun, and he pulled it out and came out to the front porch, and my dad was getting out of his car and got home from work. And remember, my mom is long gone, and he said, I could shoot your dad between the eyes from here. And he could. It was like across the street, and so that was a warning to me.
It was also a call to arms for 7-year-old Tom.
Yeah, he was threatening to kill my dad, and so, I couldn't have that. My dad, was my hero.
Of course, yeah.
And so my dad had a gun in the house. One part of the house, it was a gun. The other part was a locked case, was a cartridge. And I found a way to break in, and my dad remembers this too. I came out in the middle of the street with the gun and was yelling, come out of the house. And, I'm 7 years old, but I got all the other neighborhood kids with me there. And my dad got a call at work. It's Tom, he's out in the street with a gun. And, of course, he was very mad because I never told him why.
He didn't know why, yeah.
Yeah, and now he knows why.